Hey guys, welcome to the channel. It's me, Keioffa. Welcome back to my child. Alright, you guys, so I know I'm in the bed and I look like I'm sleepy, and it's because I am. But I wanted to come, my tripod in the car, so y'all gonna have to bear with me. I wanted to come and just check in. I know it's been like a month since I posted. I'm on a new contract. Hold on. I'm on a new contract and I'm in Florida, so I'm super excited. But I'm not in Jacksonville, which is my hometown if y'all don't know that. I'm about 3 hours away, a little over 3 hours from, it's like 3 hours and maybe 20 minutes from my house to the hospital, the facility that I'm at. And I'm really close to Tampa. I'm not into Tampa, but I'm really close to Tampa. And so we in the South, and I missed it. But down here, just being, you know, I just miss being home. And so I do need to make a video on like a recap of my time in New Mexico, because for real, I had a great time in Mexico, and I honestly would have went back had I had the opportunity to. And when I mean opportunity, I mean like, I don't know if I told y'all or not, but I did not go back to New Mexico because of the fact that me and the facility, not the facility, but me and the agency, they were just messing up my pay, and y'all, I just went with it. And so I guess the facility didn't think I was gonna come back, and so they ended up trying to hire somebody else, which that person didn't show up. But by the time I was informed that they, I guess, had filled the position while I was in limbo, I had found another position as well here in Florida, and so I took it. And I've been on contract since, I want to say like, the 14th, July 14th was my first orientation. I want to say it was like a Tuesday. And so y'all, this facility I am at, I'm learning a lot. I'm learning, and honestly, a lot of people probably would think, you know, some of the stuff that I'm learning how to do as a first assistant, I should maybe already know or whatever, but I don't. And I know it as a tech, and I understand the anatomy, and I understand what the procedure is and how to do it, but I'm expected to do different things than what I was doing at my last assignment. And so if y'all don't know this about me, this is my second travel assignment as a certified surgical first assistant. So I'm not currently taking surgical tech contracts, even though surgical techs is making money right now too. But I'm a first assistant, and I want to get more experience in that. So that's what I'm working here as. I'm having a really good experience so far. It's kind of the same everywhere you go as far as contracts, on the basis of some people just, you know, you're gonna always have like people that don't really vibe with you, or the vibe is weird. It's not a whole lot of people like that at this facility that I feel like that, but there are some people that I'm just like, I don't know that vibe. And when the vibe is off to me, then I'm very like, I don't know how to take you. I just very like standoffish, and just, you know, I just, you know, it's just gonna be work. And so, but I am learning a lot of stuff. So I'm learning robotics, you guys. I'm learning vascular. I might get a life spine, maybe, I don't know. And so I'm really, it's overwhelming. I'm not gonna even lie, like, y'all, I be like rethinking my life every day. I be rethinking my life every day. I be like, why is this your life right now? But at the end of the day, like, okay, like, let's just say about like, because I wake up stupid early. Like this morning I woke up at like 3:30 and couldn't go back to sleep. And so I was up, and I just was like, why is this your life? You know what I'm saying? Like, but then when I got done with my day, I felt so good about myself. I felt so accomplished, and I felt so, what's the word? Like proud of myself. Imagine being like a parent. If you was your own parent and you could watch yourself go through like the whole struggle of just not being super confident in certain areas. Because when I say confident, like, I'm in a lot of areas in my life, I'm very confident because I've been doing it for so long that I'm just confident. But it's certain areas that I'm very humble in because I'm still learning. And so, like, right now, like, I'm super humble in the OR because I'm learning a lot, and I know a lot, but I realize there's a lot that I need to know. So I'm never in this position where I feel like I know more than, you know, or I know more than the next person, or that I know everything. Because what I learned outside of the OR, and this is another area that I'm super humble in, and I would call it spirituality, is that I'm learning a lot about myself when it comes to spirituality. But you don't know what you don't know, and it would behoove you to just stay humble across the board. Now, it's some things that I do know, and I'm just like, I know this, but at the end of the day, like, I'm just learning. I don't want to go in there and be like, yeah, I know that, I know how to do this. I know I'm not going to tell these people none of that, because for one, with this specific facility, when I was submitted to it, I didn't know what they was looking for, and it was like an automatic acceptance. And when they automatically accept you, this is my first time ever being automatically accepted, and so I'm used to being able to talk to the facility, get a feel for what they looking for, and this one I didn't get that opportunity. So I just like, I knew I had the contract was signed, but I had not spoken to anybody in the operating room. I hadn't spoken to none of the administrative managers or anything like that. So I didn't know what services they had or was gonna be expected me to be able to do or anything like that. But I guess from what I see now is that they just kind of bring you in and kind of see where you can go, and then if you need training or help, you need to let them know that, you know, these are the areas that I'm more comfortable in, and these are the areas that I'm not. And so I'm really excited about it, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. Like, today I was in the robotics, and we did 2 robotic hysterectomies, and I was just like, it was overwhelming, but not overwhelming to where I just want to, like, just walk out. Because my preceptor, the person that, like, y'all, I still get precepted. Because I be precepting, but I be precepting as a tech, and precepting as a tech versus precepting as a first assistant is 2 totally different responsibilities, you know, and they're 2 different skill sets. Even though it's similar, they're just still 2 different. And so as a first assistant, when you're working with robotic services, you do a lot more, because you're at the bed and you're actually putting in instruments, switching out robotic instruments. It's just a lot. And I was super excited. Like, I felt so good because I was learning. But yeah, the problem with being in the OR is I just be so worried about getting, like, yelled at or, like, messing up, that I had to, like, get out of my head. And so, but I really am having a really good time. Most of the people at this facility, like I say, I'm gonna say 90%, 95, if not 98% of the people that I've met have been helpful. What I was talking about as far as the vibe is off is that I could tell when people don't want to be bothered, or if they don't, you know, like, it's just hate. Like, it's just be haters, and there's gonna be haters everywhere. And what I mean by haters is a lot of people feel like when they don't work at a facility for so long, like, if you work at a facility for a long period of time, I'm gonna say a long period is anything over 3 years. If you had a facility for 3 years, then you know that facility, you know how that facility runs, you know the physicians, you know the cases in and out and backwards and forwards. Then you got somebody like me come in, and I'm like, I don't know how to do that. I don't know what they talking about. I ain't never did that. I ain't never seen it done like that. And for me, like, I'm just gonna be honest with you. Like, I'm not no fake person. Like, I'm just gonna, sometimes I be wishing that I was faker, because sometimes I think and I speak and my truth is spoken, and some people don't know how to handle the truth. You know, they just don't know how to handle it. And so for me, I just don't like, you know, I'm not the type of person where if you coming from a, let's just say you're a traveler, right? Because a lot of people that I deal with, they're travelers, or like not even deal with, a lot of people that I interact with are travelers, because I be trying to like get what they know, like what you know, teach me what you learn. Because what travelers do when we go to different facilities, we pick up different things at different facilities. Or if you've been in the game for a long time, I want to know what you know, because I know you done been to different places, you've been doing this for a while. I want to know what you know. So I'm not gonna act like I know what's going on, but it's people that have been working at one facility for a long period of time, and they feel like because you don't know what they know, that you aren't as valuable, or they feel maybe like they're superior to you or whatever. And so my spiritual connection with the Creator and the Most High just lets me know, like, stay humble and let me deal, and you know, my Creator would deal with those people that send negative intentions my way. But I just find it very disheartening, or yeah, this is a disheartening. It's very sad when people think that, you know, they're better than someone because they might know something, or they talk down upon people. Like, I just don't like that negative ass talk. Like, that junk just drives me. Like, you're no better than nobody just because we're in this setting at this moment, and you may have knowledge about this specific situation, doesn't mean that you're better than me. Doesn't mean that if we're not in this operating room that I'm not running circles around you, and that if we're in a different situation that I'm not running circles around you. And I'm saying this because nobody was talking about me specifically, but I was listening, I was ear hustling is what I call it, to someone else's conversation, and they were just being very negative. But the person who was doing the talking, I had already got some vibes from, and I was just like, you know, like, it's not surprising that you would be talking negative about somebody, because I just get a real vibe from this individual. But, you know, we're going to see how it goes. We're going to play it out. But besides that, you know, the 1% of people that don't either like their job, like their life, or whatever. Because the thing about negative people is they got other stuff going on. It's not just this one situation that's negative. They just have a really negative aura, or maybe they just, you know, my aura is just like, you need to keep your eye on that one. And so I'm aware of it, but I'm having a couple things going on. So first thing is, I'm in a hotel, as you can see. I'm in the Sleep Inn. I am going to do a review on a separate video about some of the hotels that I've stayed in while I'm in this area, and how I'm building points, and why I'm in a hotel. We're going to talk about housing in another video, but just to give you a rundown, I've only been at this facility on this contract for, I want to say, 4 weeks, and I haven't purchased a short-term house here, or a lease, or anything like that, because Fridays I go home, and I live like 3 hours away, so I don't even stay in a hotel on Fridays. I check out Friday morning, and I go to work, and then I drive home. Last week I was tired, so when I drove, I had to pull over, you know, just get my life together before I kept going, because I was really sleepy. And then this week I came down Tuesday morning, so I woke up at like 2 o'clock in the morning. I drove, and I got here at like 5:30 this time. I want to say maybe 5 o'clock. So, oh no, I got here at 6 o'clock because I was only able to sleep for 30 minutes. So I drove from Jacksonville. I got here at 6 o'clock. I took a nap in the car, and I had to go to work, and I worked the whole day. Yesterday, I was tired. Not only did I work the whole day, y'all, I was actually in a case the whole day. And so I was tired, but I don't know how long that is sustainable. So I was thinking about getting a place down here, but we'll see. I'll let y'all know how that go. I've been staying in hotels, and I've been trying different hotels. There's a few, it's like 2 hotels right down the street from the hospital, and I was liking how close they were to the hospital, but I wasn't feeling the vibe of the actual house, of the hotel. So this time I came a little bit further out, and I'm in the Sleep Inn. That's where I'm at. And y'all, let me tell y'all about, I'm not gonna go into detail, but this hotel I like. And not like it's super lush, not that, but it's very, like, it has some of the basic stuff that I appreciate, like a real breakfast, and like they have snacks. Like we had popcorn and cookies at 7. They came and they cleaned up my room. Now I know some people are like, well, you're at a hotel, Keioffa, they're supposed to clean your room. The last 2 hotels that I stayed at in this location, they wasn't cleaning my room. They wasn't coming in getting no changing out my towels or anything like that. Like, they weren't making no beds. Now, I have started, and not started, but I'm in the habit of making my own bed because I like to come home to a made bed. So even when I'm at hotels, like, I kind of like straighten it up. So they didn't really have to make my bed, but I had fresh towels and everything, and the room was clean, the trash was taken out. So I appreciated that. I appreciated the friendliness. Like, this hotel is a lot better than the other hotels that I had stayed in here in this travel assignment. What else can I tell y'all about this so far? I am, like I said, gonna do a recap on my last travel assignment. I haven't been posting videos because I'm just really overwhelmed. Like, I had a couple things going on at the house with my car. Like, y'all, it's a whole thing. We're gonna talk about my car being shipped from New Mexico and how much of a hassle and how much of an inconvenience that was. Like, y'all, it was a whole mess. And yeah, and so what else can I tell y'all? I just want to come check in because I know I had posted. I've seen a couple comments. I'm going to respond to those comments. I'm probably gonna do some videos on the comments, because I think my last video was me talking about being a parent and all that stuff. And so just a quick like rundown on that. Braylon hanging out with his daddy for the next couple of months, and so I'm not gonna send him to school this year. Just for those that was like, you know, I got a really long comment. I was gonna say text message. I got a really long comment, and I really like appreciate y'all feedback. So if you want to leave me a comment, if it's a negative comment, let me just tell y'all this right now. If you don't want to like, if you don't like my video, or you want to oh, that's on my, yeah, I thought it was something on my face, but it's on my phone. But if you don't like my videos, if you don't like something that I say, if you don't like my perspective, I don't care. Like, I'm a respectful person, but what people need to stop doing on YouTube, and not just on my channel, but on any creator's channel, don't go on there and be like, oh, I'm leaving, because we don't really care. Because if any other creator is anything like me, when I go look at my subscriber count, it goes up and down on a daily basis. Some people subscribe, some people unsubscribe. So I don't care if you don't like my content because it doesn't fit into your mold. And if you don't like the content, then just don't watch it or unsubscribe and just leave peacefully. But I see people, not on just my channel, but on other people's channels, they go on there, I'm unsubscribing because blah, blah, blah. Most content creators, no, I'm not going to say most because I can't speak for most. Content creators have a real life going on. Some of us have a work life going on. We have our families, and then we creating content, we editing. So if you don't like it, we're already in a vulnerable state because we're putting our art out for the world to see. So if you don't like it, just go somewhere else. But to spend the energy to leave me a comment about you not liking it, like for real, like, you know. And so anyways, but for those that leave positive comments, y'all, please tell me, give me advice. I love the advice on homeschooling. I just love like parenting advice. I love any type of advice. If you're advice that's actually gonna be beneficial, if it's constructive criticism, and don't be trying to hurt my feelings. Don't be coming at me negative. I don't want to hear none of that negative. Like, don't come at me negative. Come at me with some love, compassion, and understanding, understanding, and we can get somewhere. What else I got to say? I think that's it, y'all. This 20 minutes. Oh my God. All right, I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. I'm gonna see you on the next video. Bye.